haven't made a video in like 20 million years. Can I? Before we start this video formally, I'd like to introduce the newest members of my photography desk family. My potted plant things that I got from Monica and Paula's wedding. This one is mostly dead, but it's okay, no one can tell, so I keep it here. I don't know, it just won't go. It won't like combine with the soil, so it's dead. But this one I feel like I got some hope. Like it's kind of dead, but it's not. Like you couldn't tell unless you really like inspected it. So it stays on my desk. And I can't even take care of potted plants that need 1 drop of water every 2 weeks. That is an indication of where my life is headed right now. But we're not here about my plants. It would be cool if you guys were. Let's keep it real though, we're not here about these plants. And don't tell anyone that they're dying. So I'm making this video because I'm going to tell you guys how to get photography clients. Or at least I'm going to tell you guys how I did it, and then hopefully you guys can do the same thing as me. Photography clients. I'm talking about wedding, engagement, senior pictures, family pictures, events. If you are looking to get those type of clients, then this is the video for you, because those are the exact clients I'm talking about. I'm not talking about editorials, campaigns, none of that. Now this video is going to be split up into a couple parts. Now the first part, which I'm going to be talking about right now, is what I call the newbie stage. You know, like think of it as like, you guys play Pokemon? Okay, just think of it as like you just got your first Pokeball, okay? And you're like, okay, you're going to be catching a lot of Pidgeys, a lot of Zubat. You're going to get sick of it, and you're going to be like, okay, like if I catch one more Pidgey, I'm going to die. You're going to start getting sick with the Pidgeys. But seriously, you're going to start doing the sessions that maybe it's not like your goal, but you have to work off of something. You need a base to start with. The fact of the matter is you need experience and you need photos, okay? Without the two, you're just kind of like floating around with your camera and not really sure what to do. And I asked, and a lot of you guys said the most difficulty you have in photography is getting clients. And you know, for me, I didn't have such a hard time getting clients, which is why I'm going to make this video and talk about exactly what I did. So again, we're in the beginner stage. You're just starting out. You just bought your camera. What do you do next? One thing you could start doing is second shooting for someone. So for instance, when I'm doing wedding photography, sometimes I'll have a second shooter. That means someone is shooting other parts of the wedding for me, or assisting me, or shadowing me. So this is great because you get experience, you get to take photos that you can put in your portfolio, and you get to learn from that other photographer. So all of this is going to benefit you as a photographer. Another thing you could do is, let's say you're trying to get into wedding photography, but no one's booked you for a wedding. What are you supposed to do? Make your own wedding photo shoot. Because if you can show clients kind of the look you're going for, then they can envision themselves in those photos. And sometimes you can just get a friend to pretend to be the bride, or maybe you know a real life couple and you're just like, okay, can you maybe put on a wedding dress for me? And you can have your own little mock-up wedding shoot. And so you can show those photos to clients if you haven't actually done a wedding. But for weddings, I really would recommend maybe second shooting to begin, because it can be very hectic if you've never shot one before. So definitely would recommend that, because I started shooting weddings by myself. I don't know why I did that. I'm crazy. Actually, now that I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But I did my wedding by myself first, but I had a lot of experience with engagements and senior pictures, so I was already doing that. But if you're gonna shoot weddings, 100% would recommend that you gain a lot of experience, because weddings can be very stressful. They're very busy, very hectic, and you have to know how to deal with all of that. And as always, weddings are a very big day for the couple, so you don't want to miss any special shots. It's a very big responsibility. It's someone's wedding. So don't go into it, you know, just because you want to make a lot of money or anything like that, because you do not want to upset someone by missing something important on their wedding day. You don't want to be the one who like ruins their wedding. Like, let's be serious. I know this example isn't ideal, but maybe offer to do a couple of sessions for free or at a discounted rate for prospective clients, just to get your foot through the door and just to get photos in your portfolio to show other clients. Now, again, maybe this is not ideal. Maybe you don't want to be doing work for a lot less than you think that you should, but when you're first starting out, I'm sorry, but you gotta do it. You can't pick and choose when you're first starting out. Unfortunately, that's how it works. Maybe when you're first starting out, you can offer photo shoots for a discounted rate that would be a lot less cheaper than, your competition in the area. And that's another thing. You have to check with the competition in your area and how much they are charging, because if you're first starting out, you don't want to be priced the same as them or more than them. Because if you do either of these and you're first starting out, people are going to be like, okay, who is this person? They're just starting out and they're going to charge more than this seasoned photographer. It's not going to work out. So, best route, charge a little bit less. And then you can slowly higher your prices as your reputation is growing and as more people get to know you. So the more photo shoots you do, the more experience you get, the better camera gear you get, the more you can higher your price. And I think that is the best way to do it, and not to go from like $50 photo sessions to $300, because people do not like that and people will talk. And it's going to really hinder the growth of getting clients and as you as a photographer as well. This next point is going to be extremely important if you are starting out as a photographer and you want to get more clients. You're going to have to use social media. You're going to have to advertise yourself. And it's kind of weird in a way, because when I talk to some photographers that don't use social media, they don't even think twice about it. They're like, oh yeah, I don't really use Instagram, I don't use Facebook. I feel like that is a huge open market that you are missing out on. And it's almost essential now, and everything is digital. It's almost like the digital era. So I feel like you just have to get on board with that. I mean, even though you're not crazy about social media, it's still essential to your marketing as you as a photographer. If you don't like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, sorry, but just get over it and start posting, because that's one way you're going to get clients. About 97% of my clientele, do you know how they found me? You know how they looked at my work? Instagram. And it's so crazy, because a lot of my clients tell me, yeah, I saw one photo on your Instagram and that's why I'm booking you right now. I swear to God. Isn't that crazy? Honestly. I booked a client like 2 days ago, and she's like, yeah, I didn't even know you had a website. I have a website, and I work so hard on that. I work so hard on my website, and no one checks it, because the first thing that they do, and my client told me this, by the way, she said, because someone referred me to her, and then my client was like, oh, does she have an Instagram? So she went on my Instagram and checked out my work from there. And from my Instagram, she booked me. And this is not the first time that I've heard this. So you have to understand that Instagram it's essential to your business, to be honest. I mean, if you want to grow and you want to get more clientele, I really urge you to use Instagram to your advantage. And it's not about being online all the time and being on your phone and updating every 2 minutes. I mean, you can post like once or twice a week. So that's the first part of this video on how to get more clients. Stay tuned for the second part of my video, which is going to go more in depth on working with your clients and advertising your work. And hopefully this has been helpful to you and also helps you get more clients. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to watch part 2.